Hello class, this is my presentation on being positive, having a positive attitude. Psych, could you imagine? Did you get the tone that I had just then? Was that really positive? Was that engaging? I bet you thought, oh my gosh, I have to sit here and listen to this guy for 5 minutes. Now, take me smiling, talking to you, personable, my tone of voice, my nonverbal cues, my posture, looking at you, eye contact, all of that is attributed to a positive attitude. Now, why is positive attitude important? Well, let's take a scenario that you can relate to. We're all students in this class. We all have a professor. We all have a teacher. We've all gone to school. We've all been there. And from my own personal background, I understand both sides of that. Let me tell you how positive attitude affects my day-to-day life, why it makes me a leader, and why it can make you a leader too. Little background story about myself. Not only am I a student, but I am currently a teacher, a middle school teacher. Please help me. Every day I have to come to school and I have to show up and show out and have a positive attitude with my students. Now, let me get the professor. Paul, good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you? Make sure you turn in your assignment. Now, could you imagine if my students came into my class? Go sit down. No, we're not doing this today. Go sit down, go sit down. Which do you think they look up to more? Professor Polk, good morning, good to see you today. Or mean old Mr. Polk, go sit down, we're not doing that. It's all about your attitude, and that's what I tell my students too. That's all it is for leadership as well. Nobody wants to follow anyone that's negative and rude and down all the time. Your positive outlook can spin anything and everything in the direction that you want it to. It ties in very closely with all of our other qualities that we've learned about in this class. Vision, drive, courage, it's all about how you carry yourself. So, positive attitude, what is it? It's your nonverbal body language, the tone of your voice, how you carry yourself, something as easy as a smile, and letting others know that you care. It's active listening, it's active speaking, it's getting your point across clearly and positively. Like Bob Marley said, don't worry, be happy, everything's going to be all right. Positive attitude, it'll take you far. When we're talking about leadership, if you're positive, you're going to draw more of a following. You're going to establish more credibility, and you're going to have a more inviting atmosphere. Just like in my classroom, I try to keep a positive attitude and a positive environment all the time. It allows my students to approach me and engage in meaningful conversation, whereas if I was closed off, they shut down as well. So whatever you do, I tell my students, if it's your job interview, your school, your work, anything, a positive attitude goes such a long way. You don't know what it's like for the person that you're talking to, or what the person is going through, or their walk of life, or their background, or where they're from, or the scenario that they may be encountering at that moment. Something as simple as a smile could win a person over. And if we're talking about being persuasive and having a persuasive speech or sales or customer service, it may not even be about the product that you're selling. It may not even be about the service that you're selling. It could be something as simple as smiling at that person and letting them know, hey, I hope you have a good day. I will leave you with a song, and if you'd like to listen to it, please stay around for a few more minutes. It's one of my favorite. And remember, whatever you do, put a positive spin on it and see that glass half full instead of half empty. In conclusion, thank you for your time. I hope that you have a great day and a positive attitude and are successful in all of your endeavors. Thank you. Bye-bye.